Give it up for Keith Gleason, everybody. Keith Gleason.
Classic Gleason.
Woo! Thank you, everybody. I gotta warn you guys, on my way in here tonight, I chugged down a muscle milk, and I may rip out of this shirt at any moment. So just a word of warning there.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of this shit, muscle milk? No? Yes. Well, apparently some company decided milk wasn't healthy enough for us. And they decided to take it and infuse it with vitamins, minerals, proteins, and all that good stuff. And then they flavored it like a nacho cheese vodka shot. Everyone drink up. But yeah, I love muscle milk so much that I started pouring it in my Rice Krispies in the morning. You guys should see Snap, Crackle, and Pop on that shit. It's like a Jersey Shore marathon. And sometimes if I'm feeling crazy, I'll throw some Frosted Flakes in there, get Tony the Tiger in the mix. They're dead! And another funny thing I like to do with muscle milk, I poured it in my 1-year-old niece's baby bottom, and there's been a dramatic change in the house. Now she's bench pressing her pillow pals. She's doing like the, she's even got the spitting action going, you know? And the other day I caught her walking around the coffee table with a fucking tap-out shirt. I know, where'd she get that shirt? And the other day I saw her giving Dora the Explorer dirty looks. She's like, "What's up, bitch? Let's explore the world of pain." Yeah, so besides the muscle milk, I've been doing a lot of dieting. As you can see, I'm an unbelievable success story. The one thing I find funny about dieting, though, is we have this inability to start a diet on the day that we decide to. We always have to wait till Monday, right? Yep. I do this every Thursday. So for the next 3 days, I eat so much that my metabolism takes a restraining order out on me. I can't come within 1 foot long of it. To help with the dieting, I started taking these health classes. And in these health classes, they want you to keep a food journal. And what a food journal is you have to write down everything you eat all day. You have to write down all the calories, fat content, all that stuff. For example, if you have a hamburger, you have to write down the bun, the meat, the lettuce, and the cheese. So I'm going to read a few entries from my food journal. Dear Food Journal, Monday. Today I decided to grocery shop for healthy food options. I went down the soda aisle and ran into the 100-calorie Coke cans. I bought some, drank them, and now I'm mad as hell. My white-hot anger prompted me to write a letter to the company. I have transcribed my letter for easy reference. Thank you, endless free time. Dear Coca-Cola, I recently purchased one of your 100-calorie Coke cans and I'm pissed off. Thanks for making my hands look fat. P.S. Why do you have Diet Coke in the small cans? It makes no sense. Signed, Mickey Mouse Hands. I gotta apologize for this next entry. I was really pissed off this day. So here we go. Dear Food Journal, Monday. Fuck apples, just fuck them. They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, so I ate 5 apples to be extra healthy, and now I'm shitting apple cores and blood. And now I have to go to the doctor's office, so fuck apples.
Yeah!
Hey. Woo! Dear Food Journal, Monday. No one told me that apps for the iPhone are not actually food. Hope I'm eligible for an upgrade soon. Dear Food Journal, Cyber Monday. Today I was examining my feces. Thank you, endless free time. I noticed that my shit was all sandy and grainy. I'm beginning to think when you're on the South Beach diet, you're not supposed to actually eat the South Beach. Dear Food Journal, Monday morning hangover. Today I tried the Weight Watchers point system. I got the high score. And I also lost a toe to diabetes. Oh my God. Dear Food Journal, Tuesday, 3-day weekend. Today I went to the gym and I overheard a guy say, I don't want to get too ripped. Is that really a fucking problem? It's a problem I want right next to I don't want to get too rich and I don't want to get too handsome. So that was my last entry. But
yeah!
Thank you. So I gotta thank my parents though for getting me on the health kick. I happened to go over there this past week and my father was throwing all kinds of shit around the house. He's like really pissed off about the pussification of America. You guys have heard of this shit? Well, he throws things around and he's like, in 30 years we're all gonna be chicks, and you know, he smashes a vase. And I said, Dad, you know, your speech might be a lot more effective if you took the Snuggie off. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off this episode of Glee. Sorry, Dad, I know you're a Gleek. But besides my father saying a lot of stupid things, my mother used to say a lot of stupid things too. One thing she used to say when we were kids, she never wanted us to take cabs because she thought the cab drivers would molest us. I know, right? But she had no problem with us being altar boys for some reason. So for years I never took a cab. So I remember when I was 10 years old, for the first time I took a cab to the arcade. And I remember being in the car and I looked over on the seat and there was a Cub Scout outfit. And I'm like, huh, that's kind of peculiar. And we stopped at the stop and the ashtray popped open. There was all kinds of hard candy. And I think the air freshener smelled slightly like chloroform, but I wasn't sure. And the cab driver looked back and he said, that'll be $10. Or you can take option 2. And sometimes I took option 2 because that meant more money for Donkey Kong and Pac-Man. I was the only kid in the arcade jumping barrels, eating power pellets, and crying. But another thing my mother would say that used to crack me up on a night like this, when we would go out and she would go, watch out for the black ice. And I never knew what she meant for years. And one day a friend of mine told me, you know, it's highway ice or road ice. And for years I just thought she was racist towards precipitation. One day I was hoping that she'd say, get the cat in here, there's chink ice out there. But another thing about my parents is they're infamously cheap. They used to buy all that like generic cereal shit that you see in supermarkets, and yeah, the big bags, garbage bags full of shit. And most of that stuff tasted okay, but it had the worst names. So you'd always be embarrassed if a friend slept over. The next day you'd be like, hey man, can I get you a bowl of crispy hexagons? We also have honey nut scooters and apple dapples. But the worst thing that they were cheap on though was clothing. Like when we were in junior high, the back to school sales, that was like hell for me. You know, I always remember like the first day of class I'd go in after we went clothes shopping, and all the kids would be showing off their nice new jeans. Like I'd be walking down the hall and one kid would be like, "Hey man, check out my Wranglers." And another kid would be like, "Hey man, check out my Lees." They're like, "What do you got?" And I'm like, "Oh, I got Big Yanks." They're the worst fucking pants too. They had this big ass leather patch on them. And there was a commercial on YouTube that said it was for Big Yanks, and it said magic denim on it. The only thing magic about those fucking pants is that they take your sex life away, you know? But what I'd like to show you guys right now is how it used to be when I walked into school the first day of school with my new jeans on. So let me come down here. I would kick open the doors, you know, like walk in like I own the joint, walk out with like my invisible lats going on. "Hey, what's up everybody?" You know, pass everybody, "Hey, what's going on?" But as I passed, this is what everyone would see. "Hey guys, hey, is there any kickball going on? What about study hall? What? No, I don't like masturbation."
More, keep more.
Alright, I'm going to do one last one. Another thing that's been annoying me lately is this trend with people naming their kids after cars. Have you guys seen this shit? Like, "Oh my god, here's my daughter Lexus, my daughter Mercedes." You know, and it's so fucking annoying because they only use fancy cars. And that I wouldn't do that. You know, with me, I would use every kind of car, you know? So what I'd like to do is introduce you guys to my family in the future. So that's my time travel sound. So audience, I'd like you to meet the Gleasons. This is my daughter. She's a little bit on the slutty side. We call her General Hummer. She's a real guzzler. Oh! Here's my oldest son. He's gay. We call him Ford Pro. Here's my other son. He's retarded. We call him Le Car. Hey look, it's my Mexican son-in-law. He's Mexican. This is Chevy Citation. Thank you everybody. My name's Keith Gleason.
Keith Gleason, everybody. For the merit.